Biped.
Here again.
Biped. Biped.
Oh, sorry, you couldn't catch that?
Biped.
It's even a slow function. So yeah, I basically got into shoutcasting out of the passion of wanting to become an esports player and not actually having to do that. So instead, what's the second best thing? If I can't, stand on top of the pinnacle of esports, carry that trophy one day, I can tell somebody else's story.
Aww.
When you start off, you're gonna feel like it's passion. And then when life hits you in the face, you have to ask the question, does this sustain you? Will you have a future after this? Is this something that's temporary or is something that could last you a lifetime? And in my eyes, the way I see it is that it is temporary. As long as I still have voice, no motorcyclist comes by and slashes my throat. There are things that you love and hate about I love and hate about esports. There's no going around that. And I think more importantly, what keeps me going is just sheer power of will, Because shoutcasting is just, you're narrating. Look at this cup. You're describing the cup. You're talking about the shape, the dynamic, how it has holes. That's what shoutcasting is. Shoutcasting isn't the tea inside of the cup, Shoutcasting tells the whole cup. Esports is the tea inside of it. And most of the time, it's not the greatest in the world, but when it's good, it's really good. But most of the time, it's pretty shit. It's pretty bad. And most people are going to spill the tea about how bad it is at some point. So there are its ups and downs. And it's not like it's a happy-go-lucky world that everybody is like, oh yeah, you play video games, you get money. It doesn't work like that at all. No. So a lot of it is a little bit of luck. 20% luck, in matter of fact.
Ooh.
Lot of skill, a lot of concentrated power. You know what? What's the next one?
If you're seeing Twitch as money, if you're going in to make money, I think it's something really hard. Because you can't get everyone to just throw money at you. So if you go in with that expectation, I think you very easily be disappointed. That, I'm gonna play a game and gonna make money. Yeah, nah. Doesn't work like that. It really doesn't.
Not everybody is cut out for the job. I feel like, unfortunately, no matter how much of a safe space you want to make it, you will have to face it and you will have to kind of evolve.
Yeah.
And I think it's good because even for people who are the shyest or, the most vulnerable, it teaches them almost immediately that the world is not going to be as fine and dandy, no matter how safe a space it is, and you're ready to kind of fight back. For shoutcasters, I think it's development of the scene, because I shoutcast specifically in English and not in any other language. And since we're in Malaysia, there's not exactly a lot of English broadcasters or English viewership in general. So most of the time they will go over to BM streams. That's why you see there's a huge disparity in the streams, which kind of undervalues us as English casters. English is all I got. I put if I'm an RPG, if this was an RPG, I put all my stats in English. But let's say, my limit is my language. If I wanted to sacrifice more of my time to pick up another language, to cast in that other language, how long would that take? And how much time of my day would I need? How much time are you willing to sacrifice? I think that's what people have to understand.
Yep.
Because they think that you can put in 2-3 hours of work every single day and that will add up. Yes, it will, it's consistent, but you're gonna need to sacrifice way more. You need to be watching VODs.
You gotta be a bit realistic on that.
Exactly.
To be able to to be able to speak a new language in informal and casual way.
Exactly.
It's so hard.
And then also learning how to apply that to a video game.
Yeah.
Because even in BM, we're laughing at the fact that a lot of the abilities just sound really dumb in BM, so they just stick to the English ones.
When on Valorant, because on my stream we have redeem me speaking BM. So imagine you're ada orang kat neraka.
I think you need to spend more time consistently streaming.
Definitely.
Sometimes there are random people just having chats while she is offline. I didn't even know that was a thing until very recently. That's the weirdest thing I've ever seen in my life. I'm like, why would you do that? And even she was like, oh, I don't know, people are just there. And then she decided to stream.
So, yeah, the first was just like in the offline chat, like chatting. I'm like, guys, I'm not even streaming. And then they were like, exclamation mark, lurk. I'm like, what's going on?
Exactly. So I think with a consistent stream schedule, maybe not even thinking about like the quality or quantity of the content to be produced, just being there and kind of continue to grow that community. I feel like you've had consistent growth. I think you've had network with a lot of people now to kind of like extrapolate. I don't think extrapolate is... No, it's not imposter syndrome. It's okay taking money from children. It's all right. I mean, grown-ass adults, one or the other. They have to be one or the other, right? That's the demographic. It's true. Isn't that what all streaming? I don't know. That's how I view my Facebook. That's how I look at my Facebook streams. Just like, I mean, you shouldn't be sending me stars.
I'm throwing you stars.
I mean, yes, but it's funny when you do it, and it's funny when I do it. But if like somebody I don't know throws me stars, I'm like, first of all, if you're in poverty and you somehow forked up like a bit of your allowance, take your stars back. Like, I genuinely don't need these.
Have you ever?
I don't know, that's the thing. I genuinely do kind of feel bad when people are like throwing stars at me, and I'm like, if I don't know them, I don't know their situation, I feel very uncomfortable. Unless I've got an entire goal set up, an entire plan to increase the quality of my stream, they don't need to. Just them being there, supporting whenever something happens, giving me those letting me hit my KPI. Thanks, by the way. You're not allowed to say the same thing back.
I'm not gonna say the same thing back.
Okay.
Improving your streams. First thing first, clean up your stream background. Jesus.
My stream background is perfect.
No.
It is the look.
Why?
It's bad, dude.
It's
real bad, bro. Stop, dude. It's scuffed.
And invest into your streams, okay?
Look.
Like, oh god, that background is just like the cupboard there, fallen things here, clothes there. I'm like,
All right. You know what? When I get some lights, I'll put them.
get $20. My lights are literally from Shopee.
Exactly.
Freaking $20.
Exactly. Once I get those lights,
You mean throw stars at you to get those lights?
And hold up. I'm just gonna take a lot of inspiration from some of my favorite streamers out there. I'm gonna make sure that it's a side view, darken my background a little bit, get some RGB lights in the back, make sure there's a nice blur at the back as well. Like a lot of blur, like so much blur. To the point where you can't. No, I'm talking about some of my favorite streamers of all time.
One more thing I think you could improve on is definitely the content that you churn out on social media. Because you want to hit your KPI on Instagram, right? The content. But your contents are all mainly from your streams. So, inconsistent streamer. You don't have a schedule as well, content that, and you don't exactly plan out your content either. So it becomes very limited when you're only solely relying on clips. So what I think you could do is, you have a lot of connections. Just get a group of people and do something fun.
It's a bit of a pain. Everybody has their own lives, and it's hard to kind of like schedule everything to be perfectly inclined, or having a venue to kind of like meet up and like film in and stuff like that. There's a lot of added things that need to be like kind of handled first before then. But yeah, I do think it's a good idea. How we met? Oh, we met on Bumble.
I swiped right because he had this face where he did that.
We've known each other for more than a couple of months.
No, it's only been like 4 months.
No way.
Yeah. July, August, September.
Don't cut with your fingers. It looks bad. It looks really bad. Let's just say, let's agree to disagree that it's like 4 to 5 months.
We're not exactly in the most traditional field. I mean, you have a full-time job, which is, but I've got no fallback. I'm purely into esports, and if esports dies, I die along with it, and I got to figure out something
Honestly,
to do.
I think you can try out voice acting as well. You can easily go into voice acting for games, for
That is on my bucket list. To voice act for a
Ayy.
game and just be like, haha, I was in this.
oh, I know.
I was NPC 5. Even though we are around the same field, I think the most important thing is that we're both gamers.
Yeah.
I think that has like really pulled us closer to each other. Mainly because it's like you don't really want to converse that day. What do? You just play some video games, you know? That's just an easy way to kind of like pass the time and kind of bond with everybody. And I think it was like that time we played Biped. Biped.
Biped. How do you pronounce BIPED?
Biped! What the? Listen to the guy who maxed out his stats in English.
And it's dyslexic.
And yes, I may be dyslexic, but trust me, it's biped. There's no way it's
No.
a biped.
Can I hey Siri? Can this mic pick up Siri?
Biped.
Can you hear again?
Biped. Biped.
Oh, sorry, you couldn't catch that?
Biped.
It's even a slow function.
I think I want you to rely on me a little bit more than you are right now, because I feel like you don't want to put maybe pressure on me or something like that. So if you're more like, if I can take it, I'll take it myself. And I feel like I would like you to rely on me more. What about each other?
That we're hot.
There's so many moments in this set that I'm not going to.
Hey, that's my brand, man. That's my brand, baby.
I think that you're very passionate in what you do, and that kind of makes me want to do. It makes me want to be on par with you. Because seeing how you've progressed and like what you do makes me want to get good. You're good in Apex, I'm good in Valorant. So it's kind of like, you know, you get a bit of like, you're able to support each other in whatever we're lacking in. I'm not saying Apex, those are metaphors, okay? I'm talking about life.
I think some of your best qualities is that you're really social. You're really, really, really social. Social butterfly. And I don't like, maybe to a certain degree I am extroverted, but recently or as of late, as I grow older as an adult, I'm becoming more and more introverted because of my job. Because you're out there all the time on camera, and you're like, you have your personality and you turn it up to 110% or 150% all the time. You're just like, hey everybody, how's it going? Welcome to the next video this time. On this episode of, welcome everybody to the MPL Malaysia, you know? It's a lot of energy, and it's nice to be able to just come back and she's the one being social. Like she's the one taking care of the conversation, and I don't mind just like contributing to it once in a while. And when I have the energy, really contribute. And it's not just between me and her. I mean, we have natural chemistry, so it's all right. But like when other people get involved, when some of our friends come by, and I am just like, I don't have enough brain power to do it. She is making sure that the environment is good, is fine, is comfortable. So much so where I can just sit back and relax and be comfortable or be silent for like a good amount of time before actually contributing to the conversation. She takes care of my social battery, like maybe unconsciously sometimes, you know? I don't necessarily need her to recharge, but definitely she helps
like she's basically power saving. That sounds so terrible. It feels terrible, but it explains it perfectly. Like when I come back, I'm at like 15%. And I'm like, man, this entire day has been draining me. And if I keep this up, I'm gonna hit 0 so quickly. And then she comes in and she stretches that 15% to make it feel like it was like 60 to 70% throughout 5 hours until like 6 in the morning as we're playing video games with some of my friends, somehow. And I'm like, wow, that's really stretching it. It's kind of crazy, but it's also, I'm not at 0. I'm still like, maybe 5, 6, 8%. And I'm like, damn, that's actually kind of cool. I'm not completely exhausted. Guys, get a gamer girl. Get a gamer girl. It's pretty swell. You think it's like, oh my goodness, oh no, it's gonna be terrible if she's bad at games. Get a girl who's diamond in whatever game she's playing, even if it's Candy Crush. Even if it's Candy Crush, I'm telling you, it's great being able to play competitive video games with your girl. It's great. It's a lot of fun. And if she's hot, that's +1. Because I got a +2. the sheer confidence, too much. It's way too much.